When we see back movements in workouts, often people will find that difficult because they start putting strain potentially through the lower back. I'm going to show you one of the back movements that we use a lot, which is a bent over row. So we're going to come to this position like so, and we're rowing. Now, holding this position for a long time can put strain through the lower back, and we shouldn't be feeling it in the lower back, through the neck. In this instance, do not try and hold through that pain. Come over, select a number, say 2, 1, 2, and confidently and strongly stand up straight, squeezing the back muscles at the top. Take a deep breath, come over, 1, 2, and stand up straight. You could do 3, 4, 5. Confident movements. It's the same as adapting from what we've got that's called a commando row. You don't need to do a commando row, you need to engage your back correctly. Of course, if you're finding that too much, there's no problems at all in coming over, a single arm, and stand. And that's going to work your back as well. I will re-emphasize this point as many times as I can because it's so important. Doing it correctly is the most important thing. When we look at the chest, we often put in exercises like press ups and chest press, and a lot of people find that either difficult on their shoulders or they find it difficult on their wrists. The first thing to know is you don't ever have to hit the mat to do the chest. You can always replace with a chest raise, which is here, squeezing the muscles up to the center. So there's a great exercise that you know is going to do the chest raise. The same, we can come out nice and wide and we come into the center here, and that's always going to work through the chest. If you've got a push up, both of them are good alternatives. But we also have an alternative that's here. We can come down to this position and we can do the chest press, the dumbbell press, which completely replicates the movement of the push-up. We can turn our hands and we can also do the fly. Any one of those exercises is perfectly suitable to replace any chest exercise. Shoulders can be quite difficult to work for people. So one of the things that I recommend with shoulders is that you understand all of the different ways that we can work the shoulder and you have an even distribution amongst them. So a lot of people will struggle with the shoulder press. What's quite good to do there is to take the tension off of one arm and bring to the other. Because a lot of the time it's the tightening of the joint. So if this, again, is starting to build up too much tension, release the arms, we get the added bonus of a bicep, and we're able to really focus on working the shoulder as we come up. But again, you might find that just overhead is quite difficult for you. We can always come out to the side with either one arm or with both arms. But what's quite nice to do with shoulders, and let's say we've got an example where we're doing shoulder press and you find that too much, is to rotate how you're using the shoulder. And I particularly like this option. We can go front, side, bend over, and the back. And that way, we use all three heads, side, bend over, back of the shoulder in one movement. So shoulder exercises can always be replaced, and again, if you do have lots of problems with your shoulders, I would far rather you went through the movement patterns without weights. Either one arm or two, or we can again do the 3 positions on the shoulder. And you're always going to get good work through your shoulders.